Dark Knight, Conquering the Magic Prince. Episode 1. Aya! Save me! Clang! Squelch! Thud! Every time the swords of the black-armored soldiers pierced the mages in their white robes, radiant red blood gushed from their bodies, and the wounds began to rot into a dark decay. Why? Why isn't the healing magic working? They screamed in agony, attempting to do something while trying to stop the bleeding of their wounds. A rainbow-colored magic circle rose from his palm. But the magic circle was stained black by the dark light seeping from the wound and flickered out. You crazy bastards! Not black magic! Ugh! Don't you know this is our specialty? If it's unfair, why don't you use it too? After witnessing their offensive magic being devoured by the soldiers' armor, the mages lost their will to fight and watched the massacre in despair. The soldiers rapidly suppressed the interior of the castle, mercilessly cutting down any fleeing mages. Soldiers approached the man in the heaviest armor at the vanguard and spoke. "We've found the prince. He's this way, your majesty." The king had black hair and black eyes. He was a tall man with broad shoulders and a thick neck. The king arrived to find the prince, who had been fighting until his white robe was drenched in black blood. The robe was made of cloth, so the lines of his body were not clearly visible. Despite his great height, his body was perfectly balanced, and he moved swiftly while withstanding the shock waves of energy erupting from his hands. Mounds of dismembered black-armored soldiers' corpses piled up around the prince, while blade-like magic erupted from his hands. Dozens of soldiers confronted the lone prince, but none dared to approach carelessly. The prince glared at his surroundings, his fox-like eyes narrowed sharply. He had blonde hair and red eyes, which burned with a beautiful, radiant glow whenever he used magic. With every step a soldier took, the prince prepared to unleash his magic, keeping the soldiers on edge as they monitored him. It's a physical-type magic. It seems to cut before the armor can devour the magic. You've found a way to bypass our armor. I'll handle the prince myself. You all kill every other mage. The soldiers surrounding the prince stepped back, leaving the king to confront him one-on-one. The white wallpaper and decorations that had once adorned the king's audience chamber were now completely stained with black blood. The pillars supporting the second-floor passage and the stairs leading up were clawed apart, shattered, and destroyed by magic. The only place not stained with black blood or destroyed was the throne the prince was guarding. There lay the corpses of the king and queen in their mage robes, clutching each other tightly. The red blood from their bodies had lost its luster. A man in black armor, standing alone, caught the prince's eye. "Was it you who killed them?" When the prince asked in a cold voice, the Black King replied, "Who? Your parents? Ah yes, I used this very sword." As the king drew his sword from its scabbard, a jet-black blade revealed itself. It was a sword so massive that an ordinary person would struggle to lift it with one hand. Yet the king raised and swung it effortlessly before gripping it with both hands to take an offensive stance.
이후의 상세한 이야기와 성인 인증 본문은 더보기란의 링크를 통해 포스타입에서 확인하실 수 있습니다.